this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 great trade-ups where you can make some humongous profits. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. And just before we get into the actual video, I would like to point out that I'm still currently giving away this Survival Knife Vanilla. And all you guys have to do in order to enter it is obviously like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then join the Discord server, which will be linked down below in the description. And then you can go ahead and enter through there. And that's about it. So let's get right into the first trade-up of this video. And so as you guys can see, the first trade-up of this video is going to be a bit of a cheap one because it's a stack track trade-up between the Riptide collection and the Prismatic collection. And as you can see, you're going to need 9 items from the Riptide collection in stat track condition with an average float of 0.65. And then you're also going to be needing 1 item from the Prismatic collection, obviously stat track as well, with an average float of 0.25. And if we go down here and click calculate outcomes, wow! You'll be able to see it's actually quite a nice trade up because you're spending right around $7 and the expected value you're going to be getting back is right around $9, which obviously means you're making like 2 point something dollars every single time on average, of course. Now the profitability is 131.5%, which is pretty nice, and there's a 56% success rate. And as you can see, the best item in here is the M4A4 Spider Lily in stat track battle scar condition worth right around $19, which means you're going to be tripling your money from one trade up alone if you obviously go ahead and hit it. I mean, it kind of requires you to trade it, of course, otherwise it'd just be kind of stupid, I guess, but it's whatever, you know. It's a really good trade up. And just like overall the profits that you can get in here, you know, you got the ARP Aphris, as you can see here, which is worth right around $11. Then you got the 5/7 boost protocol, which is probably the worst profit, which is still like $1 profit, which is obviously pretty nice anyways. And then you obviously also got the MP9 Mount Fuji, which is also pretty nice. So like overall, this is just a great trade up for the price. You're spending right around $7 to potentially make $19, you know, obviously minus the tax, then it's still like $12 profit. So overall, this is just a great trade up, and I really suggest that you guys go ahead and try this out because it's just so great. And of course, if you do try it out, make sure to leave a comment about it down below so I know you've obviously tried it and hopefully made some profit. But yeah, that's gonna mark the end of the trade up number 1. So let's just get right into trade up number 2 of this video. Alright, and the second trade up of this video is going to be a mixture between the Train 2025 collection and the Revolution collection. And as you guys can see, this is a bit more expensive, but don't you worry, we're gonna work our way up from cheap and then all the way up to expensive, of course. Whilst obviously the profit probably becomes greater as we go on in the video. And as you can see, you need 6 items from the Train 2025 collection with an average float of 0.11, and then you're gonna need 4 items from the Revolution collection with an average float of 0.05. And if we go down here and click calculate outcomes, wahoo! You'll be able to see that this trade up is absolutely fantastic as well for the money because you're spending right around $16 to then have an expected value of $24.58 back each time. Now, obviously, this isn't guaranteed, but even then, this is an amazing trade up because as you can see, there's 151% profitability on this trade up. Absolutely amazing to see, and a 60% success rate. Now, this is a very simple trade up. As you can see, the best item you can get is the Tech 9 whiteout, which if you guys didn't know, the whiteouts are being pumped like crazy. They're mad expensive. Now, the Tech 9 whiteout is worth around $60. So if you're going from $16 all the way up to $60, this means that you go from $16 all the way up to $60. That's quadrupling your money on one trade up, guys. And obviously, if you're spending $60 and obviously if you're spending $16 to get 60 back, that's quite insane. And even other than that, you still got the Zeus charged up, which is $21. That's still like $5 profit. Then you got the Mac 10 derailment, which is $36 right now, which means you're gonna be making like what, $20 on one trade up. Now with these items being such a high profit, of course, there is still some bad ones. So if you don't hit the profits, you're gonna lose quite a lot of money. Well, you're basically gonna lose all your money on it, apart from like $1 or $2. So it's kind of like there's a bigger risk for a bigger reward, you know. Like if you hit something good, then there's like guaranteed to give you a good profit. But if you hit something bad, then it's gotta be really bad. You know, like there's no in-betweeners here. It's like either great profit or terrible. So that's obviously something you have to take into consideration when you do this trade up. But yeah, just overall, I think this is a great trade up. And like if I had the money to do it right now, I'd probably do it just because I love the Tech 9 whiteout. I think it's a great style of skin. But yeah, there's not really much else to say about this trade up. I really hope that you guys want to try it out. And of course, as per usual, if you try it out, make sure to leave a comment about it down below. And yeah, with that being said, let's get right into trade up number 3 of this video. And now, as you can see, the third trade up of this video is going to be a mixture again between the Gallery collection and then the Beryl collection. And as you can see, it's quite simple. You're going to need 5 items from the Gallery collection with an average float of 0.05. And then you're also going to need 5 items from the Beryl collection with an average float of 0.05. So it's quite easy. You know, it's the same float, just 2 different collections, really. And if we scroll down and hit calculate outcomes, wow! You'll be able to see there's actually not a terrible trade up because you're spending right around $17 with an expected value of $21 back, of course. And as you can see, this is 121% profitability. That's quite nice. And then there's a 60% success rate. So there's actually a bigger chance that you do make profit than you don't make profit, of course. Now, the best item in this trade up is going to be the M4A4 turbine in factory new condition worth right around $40. So you're spending like what, 17 to make $40 back. That's quite nice overall, of course. And other than that, you still got the M4 M4A4 Sheet Lightning, which is worth like $30, and then you got the Glock 18 Glockenberg, which is worth right around $23. So overall, pretty nice outcomes. Like, you know, it's not as good as the previous one, but it's still pretty nice. You know, you still got a good chance of making profit. Like, you got 60% chance to making profit, as opposed to obviously the 40% to not making the profit, which is just great overall. And the good thing about this trade up is even if you don't make a profit, you don't lose a whole lot, because if you get the scout, that's like $11 back. That means you lost $6, but then you can just go ahead and do it again. You know, you could try again and again and again, and then eventually you can hit the sheet lining, and then you obviously make some profit, or the M4 turbine, sorry, which is obviously the best item in this trade up. But yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. I think it's a great trade up overall. Of course, it's a little bit more expensive. I'd probably prefer the previous one to this one, but I still wanted to include this one into the video because I think it was like too good to not really put in here. So with that being said, that's gonna be it for the third trade up. Let's get right into trade up number 4 of this video. Now the fourth trade up of this video is going to be a restricted trade up, believe it or not. So we're actually stepping it up from the mil specs, of course, as you can see, and we're gonna do a restricted one. So you're gonna need 5 items from the Broken Fan collection, and then you're gonna need 4 items from the Dreams and Nightmares collection. Now the items from the Broken Fan collection has to have an average float of 0.44, whilst the 4 items from the Dreams and Nightmares collection needs an average float of 0.13. And if we go down and obviously click calculate outcomes as per usual, you'll be able to see this trade up is actually pretty nice because you're spending $26.5 and the expected value back is $33. Now there's a 126% profitability rate, which is pretty nice, and obviously a 60% success rate again. Now this trade up is another like hit or miss. So basically, you know, you got these 2 items right here, the USP monster mashup, and then you also got the 5/7 fairy tale, which is like, okay, it's like $5 profit, nothing too crazy, maybe $6 profit, maybe $6 profit, which isn't like great overall. You know, like, okay, you make a couple bucks here and there, okay, not bad, okay. But see this, the M4A4 cybersecurity in field tested condition is $84, guys, and there's a 20% chance that you actually hit this. That's insane, guys. That means you're spending $26 to potentially make $80 back, which is absolutely fantastic. So once again, you're tripling your money. Even though it's quite an expensive trade up, you're still tripling your money, and even more than that, you know, like 3 point something 1x, you know, which is absolutely amazing. So if you got a bit extra cash and you really like want to try and push your luck and maybe make some more profit, then obviously this might actually be for you, because you can make a lot of money very fast if you obviously hit this a couple times in a row. Even though the chance is not humongous for it, it's still better than some other trade ups, of course. Now the main reason why this can be kept at such a low price is obviously because the Dreams and Nightmare collection items are really bad. Like, they're incredible bad. Like, look at this. It's $7, $8, $8 again. That's terrible, okay? You know, you're not gonna go for these. Like, if you hit these, it's just a flop. You've lost your money. It's a bad day, okay? Merry Christmas, whatever. I don't know. It's terrible. Don't go for these, okay? You want these free. If you hit these, then it's good. And if you hit this, it's a bust. You don't want to do that again, okay? So if you obviously want to go do it, and you hit this, like one of these 2 lower tier items, even though it's profit, then you can go ahead and do it again. But if you wanted these, I wouldn't go for it again, because it's just incredible loss if you don't hit it, of course. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to mark the end of the 4th trade up of this video. So without further ado, let's just get into the final trade up of this video. Now, the final trade up of this video is a little bit different. As you can see, it's very expensive. It's like $160, which is quite a lot of money, of course. Basically, this trade up is another restricted trade up, and you need 10 items from the Operation Broken Fan collection with an average float of 0.05. So it's a stat track back to renew trade up, of course, as you can see, where it's just the same items. There's not really anything to say, so we should just go ahead and click calculate outcomes. Wapoom! And as you can see, the input cost is right around $165, of course, as I just told you a second ago, with the expected value to be $214 back. Now, there's 130% profitability here and 100% success rate. This is potentially the best trade up in the game right now. There's a 100% success rate with 130% profitability. Absolutely insane. And as you guys can see, if you scroll down, it's absolutely beautiful. So obviously you got this one, which actually won't be profit, is the USP monster mashup, of course. Like, it's not, I know it counts as profit on here, but it's not really profit. It's just like you break even, basically. But you got the M4A4 cybersecurity with $220, and then you got the StatTrak 5/7 Fairy Tale in factory new condition worth $256. This is by far the best trade up in this video. Of course, it's also the most expensive one, but as you can see, it says 100% success rate. This thing is insane, okay, guys? Like, if you got the money for this, like, go ahead and do it. Obviously, go ahead and make sure to check the pricing before you do anything silly, but as the site states, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, this is potentially the best trade up in the game right now for obviously making good profit. Like, if you spent $165 and you get a 256 back, you nearly made like, what, $80 after taxes as well profit, which is absolutely fantastic overall. So obviously, if you guys want to try this out, then I mean, go ahead and do it and let me know in the comments if you did it, and hopefully you made a profit. But that is going to mark the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, obviously make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it, and then leave a comment down below about what you thought, and obviously I'll see you guys later. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.